I've been putting off creating this first video for a while, thinking what my first video should be. Travel usually gives me a lot of inspiration, and I just happened to spend the last few weeks in Hong Kong. So, without overthinking it too much, I decided that for my first video, I would just bring you along with my week in Hong Kong. The trip started with the purchase of my new favorite camera.
Just got the DJI Osmo Pocket, still trying to figure out how this works. I must say it's really nice and easy to film yourself in public with. Not a lot of people notice it too. I've been recommending this cam to a lot of people, so let's see how it is.
Before we jump into my first video, I quickly wanted to give an introduction for the people that don't know me yet. My name is Wojtek. I'm originally from Poland. I grew up in the Netherlands and I've always been the person behind the camera. And this year really inspired me to pick up the camera and finally create my own content. And in my content share things that I love like design, travel, videography, e-commerce, all different kinds of things. My goal with my content is to really inspire the people that really want to create, but never took the step to do it. Because how I think about this is if Wojtek can do it, you can do it for sure. Now, please enjoy my first video.
When I used to live in Hong Kong a few months back, this was my everyday morning routine. I would wake up early and go to this exact coffee spot every single morning. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So I raced to the complete other side of the city to go on a hunt to purchase a camcorder for my girlfriend. We've been talking a lot about different camcorders. So I found this spot, a very, very, very local spot on the Kowloon side in Hong Kong, all the way in the local areas. And I entered this mall, like a crazy mall with a lot of electronics, and then I stumbled on a shop which had every single vintage old school camera that you can think of. I entered the store and I saw some of the old school high 8 Sony cameras, and then he pulled out a box, the original box with a completely wrapped camcorder from like 20 years ago. And I just couldn't pass on this one. I really couldn't pass on this one. So today is already Monday. I've been in Hong Kong for a little bit longer than 10 days now. And actually I decided to extend my stay with around three more days, as I just wanted to take the last weekend here in Hong Kong and just really enjoy it before heading back to Dubai. Also, I saw that there was a crazy rainstorm in Dubai again. So I'm actually happy. It's kind of a coincidence that I decided to extend, so I don't want to be swimming in Dubai. Right now, as usual, we're at Fine Print, having the morning coffee. It's one of my favorite coffee places here. It's just the place I usually go to is the one on Peel Street. Absolutely beautiful. What's up, bro?
How you doing? Bro, I was like editing my YouTube last night and I was like just like logged in, right? And I checked the time, 4:45 in the morning. I was like, fuck, man, I need to sleep. Makes you look bigger. Than if you do it like this. No trick.
What up, man? What up?
Yeah, it's like, what up, guys? How we doing? It looks better though. It's worth it for the shot. Like, but that's why I can run every day. Same with my lifting. Yeah. It's like a lot of people spend 2-3 hours in the gym, and like they do crazy sessions, which is good, right? But for me, because I want to be able to train every day or lift every other day, you know. So I need my body to be able to recover from it. So there's no point me spending 2 hours in the gym killing my body, and the next day I can't go on my run because I'm dead, you know. So I'd rather go low volume, but when I say low volume, it would be like 2-3 sets, maybe 2-3 exercises, right? But I would go heavy and I go hard on those 2 sets. The thing is with lifting is it's so dummy proof, in the sense where it doesn't matter if you do 8 reps or 6 reps or 5 reps or 3 sets or 4 sets, or if you go on dumbbells on incline or you go on the bar, like people always ask me, oh, should I do 3 sets of 8 or 3 sets of 6? I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go train hard and go consistent.
Consistency,
Just pick any exercise, right? And just go heavy on it.
Same thing with creating content. It's like, which camera should I use? Should I edit it this way? Should I do this? So many questions. But what it actually comes down to is just like sitting down, filming, and editing. Like every day, consistently, you know?
You know what it is? I think people know this, but like they almost go through all these complications. It's so easy for you to just start, you know, just go to the gym, but like, bro, I'm telling you, when you're just waking up, you're tired of it, but it's a lot harder in that moment. Because we're here with our coffee now, we just finished our run. It's easy for us to say, you know.
It's already the next day and I'm just sitting here editing the footage from yesterday, and one thing that I wanted to express is that it might seem like it's so easy for everybody to create their content, but after speaking with a lot of my friends and doing it myself, it's really difficult for everybody. So even if you have uploaded 10 videos already, or it's your first one, like this exact video in my case, it's really difficult. But what I noticed, what really helps, if you're doing a weekly vlog format, it really makes a difference if you decide to edit the video at the end of the week or just do it at the end of the day. It really makes a huge difference. If you just lay out the clips at the end of the day, the following days after, you're kind of editing in your mind. You already know what type of shots you would like to have. You kind of know what type of story you would like to make. Because if you decide to film yourself every single day and then at the end of the week sit down, it will not make sense. The entire video, it just doesn't make sense. At least that's what I experience. I really like to have a nice storyline through the video and through every week being so different and the days also being a bit repetitive. It kind of gives you a chance to kind of relax at the end of the day, open your laptop. I know it's not everybody's type of relaxing, but I do really enjoy it at the end of a busy work day to sit down, upload the footage on my drive and go and edit for an hour or two. So. Alright, so after posting a reel a couple of days back, I posted a story saying that I absolutely love the DJI Osmo Pocket, that it's the only camera that I practically use right now. But I've been getting a lot of questions of people asking me what the equipment is that I actually use in general and how the DJI Osmo Pocket is. If you want, I can make a more comprehensive video on that. Just let me know in the comments and I will make a full-on dedicated video to the DJI Osmo Pocket. Just let me know. But I just quickly wanted to show you the equipment that I am using. So before we jump into all of my equipment that I use, I choose my equipment based on efficiency and how easy it allows me to create. I want to create the least amount of friction as possible for me to start and create, because it's already really hard to actually go and do it. And if you need to carry around like a bulky film camera with you everywhere, you need to think about it, you know, like you need to put it up. Like if you don't feel comfortable getting the camera out in public, you're probably not gonna film it, you know. So I try to choose my equipment very selectively based on what makes it easier for me to actually create. So the DJI Osmo Pocket goes everywhere with me. I know I am compromising a bit of quality as opposed to using my A7S III, but to be honest, the difference in the results that I am trying to achieve for this exact format is not huge. Of course, I cannot put different focal lengths on this camera. There's way less possibilities with a camera like this, and you would see the difference, but I guess for this format that I'm trying to achieve right now and for the format on my socials, it doesn't really make such a huge difference. And having this camera with me everywhere I go opposed to my Sony A7S III results in very simply me recording more things, which is the important thing for me. First of all, the most important part of my setup, as you can tell, is the DJI Osmo Pocket. I'm filming this right now on the Osmo. Then my second camera that has been collecting a little bit of dust, and I have this camera for over 5 years now. I bought it during my time when I used to do a lot of nightlife videography in Amsterdam, and it's still going strong. It's the Sony A7S III. As you can see here, the lens that I have on it right now is the Sigma 35mm f2. Yeah, f2, and it's really nice. I got this one recommended by a friend of mine, Hugo, and to be honest, I've been really happy with this one. It's very nice for cinematic footage. Then I also, a few months back, I also picked up this lens, which is the Tamron 20mm f2.8. Really happy with this one, but to be honest, after getting the DJI Osmo Pocket, I'm not really using this one. Then my recent pickup, which I'm really happy about, and I actually used to use one way back in the days where I used to shoot a lot of nightlife videography, is this one. Is the Sony Hi8 camera. I was very lucky to get it in the box. I found it somewhere in Bangkok, as you will see in this video. Honestly, I got this camera because it just adds such a special look to your videos. You know, nowadays where a lot of the videos that people put out there look very similar, I want to look for every kind of way possible to make the videos true to myself. This type of footage really adds a lot of nostalgia and a lot of warmth to your videos, I guess, and that's something that I really like. So this is the camera. I have a screw-on wide-angle lens on top. It's not a fisheye, but it's just a wide-angle lens. Then the two last pieces of my equipment. I use this camera. It's a Canon camera that I picked up at a local camera store in Bangkok. The sound of this camera is really cool. Like if I make a picture, it has been collecting a bit of dust. I've been not getting it out as much as I would like to. So this is the camera that I use for all of my film pictures on my feed. Really love this look. It's a very special look to your feed as well. I've been getting a lot of compliments on those film photos too. And then probably my most important piece of equipment, one that everybody has in their own pocket and one that makes it a no excuse for anyone out there to create, my iPhone. It's not even the newest one, it's not the 17 Pro, this is the 16 Pro, I believe. amazing. Like everybody has been talking about this, but phones are just one of the best pieces of equipment that you can have. This thing allows you to build a personal brand, to start creating your content. Almost anyone has one in their pocket. You don't need to have the newest one. Even if you have one of the older models, like I would say iPhone 15 Plus will do the job perfectly fine. Again, you don't need none of these equipment. You don't need the DJI Osmo Pocket. You don't need a Sony A7S III. You don't need a film camera. You don't need a high-8 Sony camera. If you have your phone, you can create content, and that's kind of something that I just want to put out there, because all of the equipment that I have has a different purpose, but with every single piece of equipment that you add to your equipment stack, you are making content creation slightly more complicated for yourself. It adds more decisions that you need to take. Which camera will I take with me now? How will I operate it? I need to have space for it in my bag. So my advice to everybody that just wants to start and create content, keep it as lean and as simple as possible, which is usually the hardest thing to do. So if you want to start and create your content, just use your phone. Really, just use your phone. I know so many of my friends that have been creating a lot of content online and have seen great success online, and their main machine, which they use to create their content, is their phone. So yeah, that's kind of the equipment that I have been using.